Good afternoon, everyone. See, we got a few people in here, so said I'd start a few minutes early since I was ready. Hello, Jennifer Ocean Homestead. Hello, Eddie, Devil Dog. Hello, DJ's Adventures and Beyond. Welcome in, everyone. It's been kind of a rainy day today. Stopped raining for a while this afternoon. I went out, got the chickens fed and watered. Got some water in for the night. And then came back in thinking I was in for the night. I remembered I didn't bring in the pine shavings. They've been in the back of my van since Friday. And I need them because I need to change the litter boxes tonight. And I don't have enough in the other bag. So I hope it doesn't get too bad because I got to go back outside. About 15 minutes ago, they just issued a tornado watch for our county. So hopefully nothing develops from that. But you never know. This is Dino. He wanted to come and say hi. Yesterday, I went to the meetup at Lake Tinkeller. That was a nice time there. I'm going to have a video coming out on that very soon. Most likely, I'll have that video out tomorrow. Yeah, it is nice, Eddie. Close by so I could go to it. Did you order that stuff from Amazon, Jennifer? Okay, I'll go back over everything because there wasn't many people in here anyways. But did you order that stuff from Amazon? Because my informed delivery is saying that I've got 4 packages from Amazon on the way, and I only ordered one thing. So I'm assuming those other 3 packages must be what you ordered. What else was I saying? Oh, I was talking about the weather. We just had a tornado watch issued about 15 minutes ago. Weather hasn't been too bad up to this point. We've had a risk of severe storms, but no watches or warnings have been issued. It rained good part of the day and then cleared up for a while this afternoon. Well, the sun didn't come out or anything, but it stopped raining. And went out, then watered the chickens, brought some water in. So that's done for today. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Yeah, it wasn't, nothing was ordered off my list. So I knew someone had ordered something. Well, I was assuming someone had ordered something directly. You know, like I was saying, it's showing 3 packages coming from Amazon that I didn't order. So I knew someone had to have done that. So that solves that mystery. Hello, Ritz's Yarns and Crafts. Yeah, I forgot how many miles it was to the meetup. It was between 2.5 and 3 hours. So it wasn't all that bad. I made it there and back with no problems. But I wouldn't want to take off on a long trip. My van's 25 years old. Mileage isn't bad. It just turned 160,000. But it seems to be doing good. I got that transmission fluid leak stopped again. Hello, the chicken. Hello, Northwoods Press. Yeah, I put another bottle of, well, it's the same bottle that I was telling about on my last live, of bars leak in it. And that stopped it from leaking. So should be good for a few more months on that. But I've got another bottle, so if it starts leaking again, I can put that in. And I got another gallon of transmission fluid just to have on hand. I still got 2 quarts left of my last gallon. But it's a lot cheaper to get that from Amazon than it is to buy it locally. To buy it locally, it's $10 a quart. Hey, Batman. And I can get a gallon of it on Amazon for right around $20, a little better than $20. So I'd much rather do that. Yep, I know what you mean there, DJ. I have had cars like that before. Hello, Outdoor Alley. Dino, stay off my laptop. Well, it was a good time at the meetup. I should be able to get quite a few miles out of it to check in. There's nothing I can see that's seriously wrong with it. Glad you brought that up, J&B. Welcome in. Tish Ross put up a community post, and I shared that on my community tab. She's raising money for Josh and his family. Their pigs drowned. The chickens are gone. They haven't found them. And they found the dog's collar and leash, but no dog. But she's got her payment options up there if anyone wants to donate. And if you go to my community page, I shared what Tish Ross put up there, so you can just click on there. Yeah, hopefully the dog, I know that had to be off of swift water, but dogs can swim, so hopefully the dog did make it out. They're right close. They live in Davis, Oklahoma, and that's very close to Sulphur, Oklahoma, which I understand Sulphur was wiped off the map last night by a tornado. And they had torrential rain and the creek on their property flooded and just took out all the animals with it. Yeah, I was just talking to Josh yesterday. He was at the meetup. Very nice man. He'll do anything for anyone. So anyone that's able to help him out, that would be greatly appreciated. Oh yeah, I know. Oklahoma, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, they all got it pretty good. And in fact, when I was at the meetup yesterday, I was keeping track of the weather, and if it looked like anything was coming, I was going to leave early. Because that was one concern I had about going was the weather. But it looked like our weather wasn't going to be bad here during the day yesterday. And it looked like that area of Oklahoma could get something. But I think I'll just keep track of the weather all day, and if anything starts to develop, get out of there before it came that way. But I was able to spend the whole day there. I think I left around 5 o'clock, I believe it was. Maybe just before 5. Because I got home just before 8. But hopefully, for the next meetup, the weather's a little bit better. Hello, Austin. Yes, J&B. Before the person that ended up bringing me offered, the plan was to have Josh come up and get me. But in order to do that, he was going to have to take time off from work and make arrangements to have someone cover his work for him. So not only was it going to cost him in gas, it also was going to actually be costing lost money that he wasn't going to be making by working. So he truly is someone that will help anyone. So I hope some people can give him a hand. Hello, Half Acre Homestead. Hello, Brandon. Oh, that's good, DJ. Yeah, I know it. It seems to hit certain areas, and other areas of the state don't have anything. Oh yeah, I know that humidity will get you, the chicken. Hello, Big Family Expedition. Hello, Emily. Hello, Jimmy with Slim Chance Outdoors. Now, I haven't seen Belt Loop in a while. And just as I was getting home last night, the power went out. So that put the internet out. So I couldn't even try to watch it live last night. Our power was out from 8 o'clock last night until 6 o'clock this morning. Don't really know why. There's no storms in the area. Hello, Len. No updates yet, Jennifer. Jeff ended up not moving last week because of weather. Because he wants 3 days in a row of good weather. So he's not rushed like he was the last time he moved. He said that was too hard on him. So he wants to do it in 3 days instead of one. So he postponed it until this week. And now this week looks like it's going to be worse than last week was. So it doesn't look like it'll be happening this week. And that's the key to it. Because he's got to move first, get all his stuff out of the house. Then the floors need to be repaired. And then after the floors are done, then I can start getting my stuff moved in there. And it's going to be a while before I actually move. Because I'm going to slowly get my stuff in there and get my fences set up. Yeah, it is warm for up that way, Emily. Oh, that's nice that he won that, Emily. Hello, Belco Glass. Yeah, it's possible to check in. Yep. It won't be too long, Jennifer, but you mean it's a long drive from where I'm living now to where I'm moving to? Because if that's what you mean, it's 34 miles, I believe it is. It's shorter to go over the mountains, but the mountain roads are terrible. So I'll stick to the state highways. Thank you, Brandon. Well, I'm going to have to get measured up what I'm going to need for hardware cloth. And maybe by the time I can get my hands on the hardware cloth, they might have the floors all done. Because I guess that's supposed to be pretty quick. Because everything out of the house There's not going to be any furniture to move around or anything. So that's really going to help out. But as soon as Jeff is out of there, I plan on going over and doing some measuring and looking over, seeing exactly where I want to put my second fences and get them set up. I'm not sure what he's going to do with washer and dryer. He was going to leave them there until he had a spot to take them at his new place and let me use them, and then he was going to come and do his laundry there. And then he was going to take the bathroom sink out and put the washer there where that is. But now I don't think he's going to do that. So washer and dryer, I'm not sure. But it's not going to be my washer and dryer, even if he does leave them. It's just going to be temporary. And as far as the fridge and the stove, he's taken them. But I have a fridge and stove. I got a good deal on them. So I'm all set with them. Then I have a freezer. I brought that with me from New York. So as far as the major appliances, I should be pretty well set with them. I'm just checking what beeped here. But I guess there's nothing important. Yeah, it's got to be a nice place to be working, Emily. Yeah, if he does end up taking the washer and dryer, then I'm definitely going to want at least a washer and eventually a dryer. Because I don't like to have to go to the laundromat all the time. And our local laundromat is pretty small. It's actually a big building, but they don't have a lot of washer and dryers in there. So that gets to be an issue sometimes. Yep, Anson Dogman picked up the stove and refrigerator for me. Actually, Dogman is the one that found them. He found the stove originally. That was a friend of his. I bought the stove, and then a couple weeks later, he asked me about a refrigerator. He said, I'm pretty sure that woman has a refrigerator for sale also. Let me give her a call later on today and I'll let you know. And then he sent me a message a little while later saying that she had one and got a real good price on it. So, yep, I'll take it. Yeah, things are going pretty good, Emily. Hello, Nancy. Um, as far as everything I need for the cats, I'll probably think of some stuff. I do have a cat tree that was given to me. I'm going to have to get a cat door to put in the window so they can get out on the porch. And I'm thinking about um, a feel away, just with the stress of moving and stuff. I think that might help them out. Actually, I had a little tension between the cats after I moved in here for a little while, but that calmed down now. But I'm thinking it wouldn't hurt to have that feel away. And I've heard directly from vets that they do work. And I do want to get them a stainless steel water fountain. I'm trying to get away from plastic. I'm hearing a lot of bad stuff about the plastic. Cats getting sick from it and stuff, so I'm trying to go to stainless steel. I know they're food dishes. I have them all stainless steel now. But there'll probably be more things that I'll think of once I get there and start getting things figured out. But all these cats have ever known is a camper. So they're really going to be happy to have a big house now. Yep, that's what I want to do, Emily. Just go completely stainless steel. The water dish I'm using now is stainless steel, but I want to get the fountain for them. I have one cat in particular that won't drink unless the water's moving. He sticks his foot in it and stirs the water up, and then he drinks while the water's sloshing around in there. So I know he definitely would love a fountain. And if anyone's not familiar, I've done some reading on this, and they say in nature, cats will drink running water. Obviously, they'll drink whatever's available, but if there's running water, that's what they will drink. They won't drink standing water if they have another option. So that's why the fountains are better, and they drink more water, so it's healthier for them. Oh, okay, Jennifer. That would be nice if it keeps the respiratory system clean. Because they've been having issues with that. And the vet told me what's happening is they're just transferring it from one cat to another, and it keeps bouncing around. One gets better from it, then another cat is sick with a respiratory infection and transfers it to another cat. I don't think I've ever heard of that before, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Yes, Emily, I definitely will. I will do a video of that. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos after I get moved. Yeah, I think the cats are going to like that, J&B. And they like to sit in the window and look out, watch the birds and stuff. So I think they're going to like being out there where they can hear the birds chirping and stuff. The natural is good, Jennifer. I do try to lean towards natural stuff if at all possible. I know I've had several people ask about what type of fencing I'm going to use. I've decided I'm going to use the electric poultry netting for both the chickens and for the perimeter fencing. That's easy to move. And then I can actually fence in the front yard also. Because the electric poultry net isn't considered permanent. And if I use a welded wire fence, that's permanent fencing. So I won't be able to use that around the power lines. Because all the front yard is a right of way by either the power company or by the state. And where I really want to run the fence is off the state right of way. Because there's a steep hill and a ditch out by the road. That I don't want to get near anyways. But where I want to put the fence, that's in the electric company right away. And the electric poultry netting I can put in that area. Because Jeff has that there now. And that's not an issue because it's not a permanent fence. Hello, S.L. Penny. Not exactly sure when I will be moving. The best I can say is approximately a month after Jeff gets moved. Because that should be time enough to get the floor fixed and for me to get all my fencing up and get the stuff moved in the house and stuff. But the weather's not looking good for Jeff because he was going to move last week, but he wants to do it in 3 days. Because his last move he did in 1 day and set way too hard on him. So he wanted to do it over 3 days. And there wasn't 3 dry days in a row last week. So he postponed it until this week. Well, the weather looks worse for this week than it did last week. So I doubt he's going to be moving this week. So every week he doesn't get moved, that's going to push me off another week. But I think I still could realistically be there first part of June. We can hope. Okay, Jennifer. That doesn't sound bad. Yeah, I've always liked natural stuff over chemicals whenever possible. Got some good coffee here today. I was talking with Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa yesterday. And I told her that about giving up on winning one of their used stickers. And for any of you that aren't familiar, they give away bottles of vanilla quite often on their lives. And they put a sticker on the back of it. You know, there's stickers on the back of it. So they would refer to it as a used sticker. Because the sticker's on the bottle, so now it's used. Anyways, talk over about that. And she said, you don't need to buy it on Amazon. I brought a few extra bottles with me. And she went back to the camper and got me a bottle. So, I've been putting a little bit of vanilla in my coffee today. It gives it a nice flavor. About all I use for flea medication is cap action. I don't really like the drops that you put on them or any pills that last a month or whatever. So what I do, I have a flea comb that I'll comb them with and then kill many fleas as I can like that. And then if one of them happens to be getting a few more fleas on them that I can get combed out, then I'll give them a cap action. And then normally they won't have any fleas for 3 or 4 days. And then they'll slowly start coming back. And maybe after a week or 2, I might have to give them another one. But I've had pretty good luck with that. Usually over the course of maybe a month, I only have to give them like 2 or 3 of the tablets. Right now, don't have much of a problem with fleas. Teddy's got some, but he's long-haired and he's working on them. Because he's picking them off himself. And I've noticed that that his fleas have been reduced drastically since he's been working at it. Oh no, don't go back up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I've done that before, Emily. Oh, just a minute, I'll get the bottle and show you the sticker. Well, here's a bottle of vanilla. And here's a sticker they put on the back of it. One of their channel stickers. I know it's not showing up too well. But they put one of those stickers on every bottle of vanilla that they give away. Yep, it's 31.79 ounces. Just shy of a quart. And once I get moved and start doing more cooking and baking and stuff, I'll be using some of that. Yep, it sure is terrible dealing with fleas. Because somehow, I don't know how I ended up getting fleas. Let me see, three years ago. Didn't have any fleas for a couple years before that, 2 or 3 years. No fleas whatsoever. And all of a sudden, had a huge infestation of fleas. And I'm still dealing with trying to get rid of those. But pretty much got it now. I know the warm weather we've been having, the eggs should all be hatched out. So now it's just the remaining few fleas that are still left over. And another thing, when I'm combing them, I'm getting a lot of small fleas. So I'm getting them killed before they get full grown and start laying eggs. So I think that's helping a lot too. Hello, Adventure America. Yes, it is a nice sticker, Emily. Now they have stickers in full color. They got their logo updated. And it's in color now. That's really nice. And I'll be showing all the stuff that I got at the meetup yesterday and all the stickers and everything. I'll be showing them in my video when I get it out. Hello, Jonesy. Their channel name is Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. And if someone could look that up and put it in chat, I would appreciate it. Jonesy's been a member for 6 months. Thank you, Jonesy. Very much appreciated. And a big share of my money I get from YouTube comes from memberships. So that really does help out. Yep, that's right, J&B. And I plan on a few days, maybe a week before I'm ready to move the cats, that I'm gonna give them all a cap action. Even if they've only got 1 or 2 fleas on them, just be on the safe side. Kill all the fleas they have on them, then comb them all, which I do regularly anyways. But just comb them extra good. Try to comb out any eggs that might be in there. And then hopefully won't be moving any eggs. And I want to try to get everything washed also before I leave. I know they say that to kill all the eggs, it's got to be hot water, which also available here is cold water. And if I go to the laundromat, I wouldn't use hot water there because I don't like washing my clothes in hot water. I never go above warm because I don't want to damage stuff by washing it in hot water. Oh, not a problem, Emily. I'll be showing that on the video that I do of the meetup anyways. So, Barbara. Yeah, I read conflicting things on that revolution. I've read that the cat and dog is the same stuff. Then also I have read that they got numbers. I forgot what was what, but I guess there's Revolution 1, Revolution 2, and one for cat, one for dog. So I'm not sure on that. Yep, it's Lazy Days Ahead. And it should say with Jesse and Lisa when you actually get to the channel. But that's the one. Okay, Jonesy. I'll be waiting for that. Okay, Jennifer, if I don't get things completely taken care of, then I'll let you know. But I think I'm getting them pretty well under control now. Because I know, come here. Little Domino here had a few fleas on her. And I can't hardly find a flea on her now. I was taking probably 6, 8, sometimes 10 fleas a day off her. And now, if I find 1 or 2 fleas on her, it's a lot. She's so sweet, but she's had enough. Hello, Everything Outdoors Adventures. Yep, you're cooling down there, Jonesy. Warming up here. No, I'm not doing the Survival Seeds Challenge, Jennifer. I did think about getting into that. Well, thank you, Everything Outdoors Adventures. That was Domino. Yeah, she is cute, Jennifer. You see, she's almost 5 months old. She'll be 5 months on May 6th, I believe it is. And speaking of how old cats are, hey, Batman. Hey. I guess Batman don't want to come down here. But today is Batman's 6th birthday. He was born in my car, right under my feet, 6 years ago today. And the ironic thing about him being born on that day, that was the day that his father went to get neutered. Okay, Jennifer. Maybe I'll get into it for next month. Because I know today's the end of it for this month. Thank you, Half Acre Homestead. I'll let Batman know you said happy birthday after he wakes up. Okay, Jennifer. I just might do that. Hope that's not too loud for anyone, but I gotta turn the AC back on. Getting a little warm in here. Well, Jonesy, I'm figuring once Jeff gets moved, I should be able to get moved in there within a month. I woke up during the night and I heard kittens. And I looked down, and right down there on the floorboard, their mother was Blackie. Right down there on the floorboard, there was Blackie with 3 kittens. And then that morning, and when I had to go to the Humane Society, because it was a low-cost spay and neuter clinic, so I had to go to the Humane Society to take Sebastian there. Okay, good. Yeah, I shut the AC off before the light started because I didn't know if that would pick up or not. But saying it's only 77 in here, but feels pretty warm because I'm drinking hot coffee too, so that probably doesn't help things any. Well, everyone that I met at the meetup, I was glad to see. But one person that I really been waiting to see was Josh Sherman. Because he really wanted to meet me last year. And I saw him across the crowd. And I was trying to figure out how to get over to him, and he didn't see me. And by the time I had an opportunity to get over on the other side, he disappeared. I didn't see him again the rest of the afternoon. Well, yesterday, I didn't happen to be too far away when I saw him, so I went right over to him. But I met a lot of people there, that some that I'd met last year and others that I met for the first time. Unfortunately, I'm not the best with the camera, so I didn't get a lot of filming done. But I got some shots of the crowd, so that's going to be in the video. And then I want to see if I can get a list of everyone that was there, so I can list them in the description. Because I know I can't go through and do it because I'm going to miss so many people. Yep, that's right, Jonesy. And I shared on my community page today Tish Ross's post that she had up. She's raising money for Josh and his family. His pigs drowned. His chickens are all gone. They got washed away. And the dog's missing. They found the dog's collar and leash, but they haven't found the dog. And I don't know if any of that's covered by insurance or not. I'm assuming probably not, because I know normally insurance companies won't cover flooding unless you've got a special policy, and even then, they're pretty picky on it. So, if anyone's able to donate anything, that would be greatly appreciated. Josh is a great guy, and he's the first one there to help anyone else. So, if someone could help him out, that would be great. Yeah, I would think that he probably does have some insurance because of having the produce stand there. I'm sure he's got liability insurance on that in case someone came to the produce stand, fell and broke their leg or something. But as far as anything else, I'm not sure. And even if he did, they normally won't cover flooding. What else do I have to say? I've been cut back to once a week on physical therapy now. On Thursday, they did a reevaluation, and she said it was up to me what to do, but she suggested cutting back on it. She thinks that I've made enough progress that I don't need to be going twice a week now. So that's going to save $75 a week now. So that's going to help out. Yeah, a little bit, Emily. My hip that they said was so weak, I'm gaining some strength in that now. I'll be going for another 4 or 5 weeks. And then when we get toward the end of that, they'll just decide then of what needs to happen, whether discontinue it altogether at that point or have me keep going for a few more weeks or whatever. Yeah, $75 for each visit, Jennifer. Yeah, I might look into that, Emily. Yeah, only going to improve so much, but I have made some improvement. You know, hey, Batman, want to come here? Hey, Batman, I'll go on camera. Batman, you had some happy birthday wishes. Want to come over? Oh, Batman's awake now, but I don't think he wants to come and get on camera. But he said, thank you for the birthday wishes. Emily said happy birthday. He's in front of me, actually. I'm good on dry food, Jennifer. I have a subscriber sends me a 22-pound bag of dry food every month, along with trash bags and paper towels. And then I've been buying them their canned food. I actually ordered that from Chewy. It's about the same price to order it on Amazon as it is to get it from Chewy, but I prefer getting it from Chewy. And locally, that would be a little more expensive. And as far as litter, I use pine shavings for litter. And for a 6 cubic foot bale of pine shavings, I just bought one the other day. That was $7.99. that's a little higher than it is at Tractor Supply, but I don't get to Tractor Supply too often because that's over an hour away. So I usually pick up the shavings at the co-op where I get my chicken feed from. And their prices on chicken feed are a lot less than Tractor Supply. So overall, that's working out better. Okay, Jennifer. What are you asking? How long does it last, Barbara? Are you asking about the cat food or the shavings? Because that bale of shavings lasts probably 2 weeks. Okay. Yeah, bale of shavings lasts probably about 2 weeks. And then if I use any of the shavings for the chickens, they won't last as long. But I've been using straw in the chicken coop lately because they don't seem to kick the straw out as bad as they do the shavings. So here lately, I've just been using shavings for the cats. It actually works out pretty good. Because the shavings are cheaper than traditional cat litter, and it's a lot lighter, and the cats seem to like it better too. I'll be right back, everyone. I'm actually gonna leave the microphone on. I'm just gonna shut my camera off for a minute here. Just gonna put some Orajel on this tooth that's bothering me. Yes, I can take Tylenol. I actually took some earlier today. That's one of the few painkillers that I can take. Just not too much of it. Because Tylenol is very rough on your liver. Dino. You want to come back, get on camera again? Meow. Want to get down? Okay. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I think these cats are really going to be happy in the big house. Because they'll probably still hang out in the same room that I'm in. Because that's what they do now. Well, Dixie and Daisy will go up in the loft quite a bit. But usually, the rest of them stay right down here with me. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Jennifer. Yeah, the shavings are so much easier for me to handle. Nope, there's no basement. I wish there was. And the house sits up on a hill, so it's a perfect location for a basement. But they never put one in. Of course, I guess the house has been there for a long time. So it may have been built long before there was heavy equipment around. But I think I'm gonna try to have some kind of root cellar dug outside so I can have something to store stuff in that won't be as warm. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever move to a different house. But if I ever was gonna build a house, I definitely would want a basement in it. But I think I could get away with just doing a root cellar. I'd have to go outside to get to it, but that wouldn't be any big deal. We don't have any winter here to speak of. So it'd be decent weather to go outside to go get something. I would like to have someplace I could keep fresh vegetables. Hello, Joe. Welcome in. Yeah, that's an idea, Jennifer. But there's a lot to that. While I was living in New York, I actually had a neighbor that had his house raised up and put a basement in, and it cost him a ton of money. It doesn't cost. Well, I'm still here just for you, Brett. Welcome in. Well, from what I understand, it's not terribly expensive to cool that house. It's got central air. Yeah, flood's one thing I'm not going to have to worry about. The location that it's in and how it's situated, flood won't be an issue. I need to watch some more Papa Pepper videos, Barbara. I've watched some of them. He's got some good videos out there. Yeah, if you're in an area that floods, you can spend a ton of money to try to remedy it, and then all you're doing is just hoping for the best. Yes, they are J&B. They are an amazing family. We know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to send the YouTube police out looking for belt loop. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Barbara. I told Drew last summer to put me on his list, and by the time he got to me on his list, I'd think of something for him to do. I just want to get my name in there early. I do know one thing about Gary is he's going to start working more hours because he's looking to retire in a few years. So he's trying to get his pay up there so they'll base his retirement off a higher pay. because his retirement's based on the years that he makes the most money. And he's been saying that he's going to start working at least one extra, if not two extra shifts a week, so he can start getting more overtime and get his pay up there higher. Yes, Gary is belt loop. If all the belt loop 29 channels, he's got belt loop 29, belt loop 29 cute critters, belt loop 29 garden, belt loop 29 can cook. All those are belt loop 29 are all him and YouTube police. That's all the same guy. His name is Gary. Yes, that does sound like a good idea, J&B. I think I'm going to be doing something similar. I know that's what he was saying 2 or 3 weeks ago there, Emily, that he was going to start working a lot more. Oh, if you do that, Brett, he'll kill you. You can't mess with his number 29. That is his favorite number. I saw him in the live one night because it was coming up on the 29 minutes. He had someone up on panel and everything, and he happened to look at the clock and saw that his minutes was 29. Oh, it's at 29. I have to end this. And just clicked in stream right there, just like that. Because if he went past 29, then he'd have to go another hour to get back to the 29 again. Eventually, I am going to do a fence around the whole property, J&B. But to start with, I'm going to just, and I want around the house also. So it's going to be around the chickens and around the main part of the yard. And once I can look things over better, because as I was saying in a previous live, I couldn't get right out to the chicken coop to see exactly what that was like because Jeff had chickens in front of it. So I couldn't actually get to the chicken coop. But then I'll have a lot better idea of exactly how I'm going to set it up. But eventually, as time goes along and I can get the fence in, Then I want to fence the entire property in. I think I'm gonna be able to come up with the help I need, Jennifer. I've had a couple people volunteer. And I'm also going to ask another YouTuber that's got a couple teenage boys. And I'm almost positive that they'll help. So I don't think there's going to be a problem there. Now, I'm not going to need a ton of help anyways. I actually am going to be taking the back seat out of my van maybe tomorrow, definitely sometime this week. I'm taking that out because I never use it. It's just in the way. So I'm going to take that out. And then one of the middle row seats is already out. And I just didn't have Jeff put it back in when I got the van. I'm actually going to be taking the other middle row seat out. And those seats are easy to put in and out. So then if I'm ever going to have more than one passenger, I can just put one or both of those middle row seats back in. And I'm just going to leave the third row bink seat, just going to leave that out. And that'll give me a lot more cargo room. Yes, they are, Barbara. Our mountain home is a great family. And apparently you knew who I was talking about when I said another YouTuber's got a couple teenage boys. I know they're always looking for work. So I plan on asking them if they'll give me a hand. I'll be honest, Brett. It's not so much a fifth wheel you want to get rid of. It's the old man you want to get rid of. Yes, Jennifer. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to get it loosened up, get it pulled out and stuff, and just have it sitting in there. And then when I've got access to the property, go over there and drop it off. Like when I'm going over to look to see what I need for fencing and measure up for the catio and stuff, be a perfect opportunity. Drop the seat off under the carport. I am going to keep enough room so I can get the van under the carport. So I don't have to go put cardboard on the windshield every time that they're predicting hail. I can get pulled under the carport. But also, that's a good place to store a little bit of stuff. Okay, Brett. So it really is the fifth wheel. Okay. This whole time I thought you were just trying to get rid of me. The house is a little over 800 square feet, Emily. So as houses go, it's not a huge house, but it's a lot bigger than what I've been in for the past almost 7 years. From from July of 2017 to August of 2017, I was living in a Dodge Neon. Then from August of 2017 until April of 2018, I was in, I believe it was a 10 by 11 foot apartment. So just a little over 100 square feet. And then from April of 2018 to June of 2018, I was in a Chrysler Sebring. And then from June of 2018 until now, I've been in a camper. 3 different campers, but a camper. So in the last almost 7 years, the biggest thing I've been in is a camper. Hello, Kevin. Yep. Definitely has some room there, Emily. Yes, Jeff is leaving the green shed. He was originally going to take it, but then when he was looking into it and found out how much it was going to cost to move it, that's when he decided that he would actually sell the one that bought the house, but he was talking to me about selling me the shed, but she actually paid him for the shed, so that goes along with the house. But if any of you don't know, I'm doing a rent-to-own on the house. So I actually don't own the house right now. There was a subscriber contacted me and said she'd be willing to buy a house for me and let me do a rent-to-own on it. But anyways, he decided to sell me the shed, and as part of the price of the shed, he took the portable garage that I had bought, that I was going to put the stuff in that Mike brought. But he took that to use at his new place. So it actually works out a lot better this way. Now I have a permanent structure there. And I may be building another shed too. I'm just going to have to see how things work out, how much room I have. Because I may be putting chicks in one of the sheds, either a shed that I build or the current shed, and then have the other shed for storage. Yeah, I'm not worried about that, Jennifer. It's a subscriber that I know very well, and I know there's not going to be an issue. Well, thank you, Sassy777. Yeah, that was a small apartment. It didn't even have a sink in it. Just a shower and a toilet. And the shower was a sink. But it did include electric. So that was one good thing. It was $85 a week. Yes, Emily, definitely have. Yeah, property tax is one thing that I definitely like about Arkansas. When I had a house back in New York, it was a 24 by 32 garage that I converted into a house. And it was an acre and 2/3, and it was terrible land. Even my backyard was all wet. And the taxes on that were, and taxes seem to go up and down every year, but it ranged between 12 and 1400 a year. And like I said, it was, most of the land wasn't even usable. And it was just a garage converted into a cheap house. Nothing fancy at all. I had 6 cats when I was in the apartment. Actually, 6 cats and a dog. While I was in that apartment is when Sparky got cancer and died. Well, actually, I found out when I took him to a different vet that he actually had cancer for a long time and was misdiagnosed at the previous vet. Because he had a lump on his leg that I've been concerned about for 2 or 3 years, actually. And the vet wasn't the least bit concerned about it. And he'd been there a couple times for different things, maybe 3, 4 times. And she was never concerned over it. And then it started growing. And then I took him back again. And this was, I don't know, about 6, 7 months before he died. And she said, well, it probably should be removed and tested to find out what it is. But it'd be a very, very risky surgery at this point because it's grown so big and he's so old now. But didn't really seem overly concerned over it. And then he started acting sick. I took him to a different vet, which was actually closer to where I was living at that time. And they said he definitely has cancer and very advanced at that stage. And he was a beagle. Yep, that's all of New York State, Emily. Taxes are higher than heck. And that's why rent's so high in New York also. A lot of people don't realize it, but landlords are figuring what they're paying for taxes into the rent. So they've got a lot more expenses that they have to figure in that. Yeah, I think our sales tax here in Scott County is 9.25. Some places it's higher than that because they have a city tax on top of it. Well, that still doesn't figure out to the difference between what the property taxes are in some states. I like that, Joe. And Brett said he's fixing burritos. So Joe asked, who broke the burritos that you have to fix them? Well, it's not a bad deal, Jennifer. Yeah, I've heard horror stories of what rent is in New York City. And I know you're not far out of the city, Emily, so I definitely wouldn't want to be where you are. Hello, Razorback Rick. little bit closer, Rick. The rain's holding Jeff up now, so if the weather cooperated, Jeff would have been moved already. He delayed that until this week, but the weather's looking worse this week than it was last week, so I'm thinking it's not going to happen this week either. And if someone's got a huge umbrella that they'll let them borrow, I can just cover everything up and cover the vehicles as they're moving the stuff up there. But I'm thinking once Jeff actually does get moved, probably within a month, I should be able to move. Because as soon as the floors get fixed, then I can start moving stuff in and get some people together to move the stuff that's in the shed, move that in the house. And I'm going to slowly take stuff from here over. Get my fences set up, get the catio built, everything. Hello, Pink Sparkle. Yep, Emily, 30 minutes out of New York. That's pretty close. Yeah, I had a nice turkey dinner about a half hour before my live. Now I'll be finding something else to eat later on tonight. Yeah, all the plumbing's been upgraded. There was some electrical work done on it. There was some work need to be done when Jeff bought the house. But that work's all been done now. It's got all new pipes going to everything. That's PEX pipe. Got a brand new shower. I know the kitchen was all remodeled. There was a lot of work done on the house. Good night, J&B. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think the cats are going to love it. They're going to just love the room to run and roll their balls around and throw their little furry mice up in the air. But I'm going to be using the chicken coop that was on the property when Jeff bought it. I'm going to have to take a look and see how many flocks I can put in that coop. I know it's divided in two, but I'm going to have to see if I can divide that any further. And then I have my enclosed run, which is basically the same as a hoop coop, only it's made a little different. And then I've got my small coop that I've had for a couple years now. So I'll just have to see how everything gonna fit together, and then I'll have a better idea how many hoop coops I'm gonna need, because I do have to keep my chickens separated. Because I want to breed purebreds, so I want to keep the Barred Rocks in one flock, the Buff Orpingtons in one flock, and so on. So it's just going to depend on how much I can utilize that existing coop there. I'm not sure when moving day is going to be yet. Yes, floors have to be redone. As soon as Jeff gets his stuff out, before I move anything in, the floors are going to be redone. It's best to do that when the house is empty. Well, it has to be done when the house is empty. Otherwise, you're moving stuff from one room to another and back and forth. And then it takes 10 times longer to get the job done. It's 1.63 acres. I'll look that, make sure I'm giving the right number. I picked up my phone, it hit Wi-Fi, so now all my notifications are coming in. Yes, 1.63 acres. So that's a nice size. Yep, sure is, Jennifer. Yep, that's right, Rick. I don't think, maybe dust the walls, but I don't think it's really too much needs to be done with the walls. It's it's a solid wood. Not sure if it's knotty pine, but it's all solid wood. Yes, Jeff is going to have to do some work on his floor. What happened that year, 2 years, whatever it was, that he wasn't living there and wasn't going there, the seal ended up going bad on the front door, and water started leaking in around the door. And of course, he wasn't there to realize what was going on. And then by the time he went there, he had some significant damage. And unfortunately, it's more than just the flooring. The subfloor right in front of the door is going to have to be cut out and replaced also. Yeah, I think he is planning on putting a coat of paint on it too. But right now, he just wants to get moved. That's all he's concerned with. And he's looking at, when he first moved to Arkansas, he lived in the bedroom of that old mobile home before he got his shed to house. So it's definitely better than what he started out with, even with the issues he's got to deal with. Yeah, he's very concerned over getting his chickens divided into the flocks that they need to be in and get them bred so he can start hatching out chicks. Because he missed the best part of chick season. And that was my original intention, to at least get in on part of it this spring, but then I ended up missing out on it too. But I'll be ready to go for next year. It might be a little while before I can do the first live in there, because they don't have the fiber optic done yet. And I'm not gonna get Starlink just for a few months. Because that's very expensive. I think someone was saying that's $800 at the equipment to get started with that. So until they get the fiber in, I'm just going to be dependent on my cell phone. And I'm probably not going to be able to do a live from the house. I think I'm going to go into town and either do a live from McDonald's or Atlas Coffee Company or someplace. No fiber optic yet. They're working on it right now. But they're trying to get quite an area hooked up. And unfortunately, the road I'm going to be moving on isn't one of the roads they have done yet. But they are making progress. Because when I first checked in to the fiber optic, they weren't accepting any pre-registration on it. But I was able to pre-register a couple months ago. So I'm on the list to get an email when they're close enough to start accepting installation orders on it. And there's towers here and there, but unfortunately, there's not real good coverage there. I tried Verizon, and that did not work out for me at all. So I actually have tried T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. T-Mobile is the best, but still not great. AT&T, not quite as good. And Verizon, I can't get any service where I want it for that at all. Hello, Muriel. Yes, it is Pink Sparkle. It's a dirt road going down into his property. That is nice. Yep, I've been seeing that in his video, Pink Sparkle. Yes, that's one thing that I was going to look into, Brett. I actually need to find out exactly which one it is. Yeah, that's the thing with Verizon, Emily, is they normally are your best option in more populated areas. Where I lived in New York, Verizon was terrible unless you're right near a tower. Well, once I get moved at some point this summer, I'm going to have a housewarming party. And I was actually talking to a YouTube channel that's in Texas yesterday. And they said they might come. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have room for anyone to be setting their campers up in my yard. But I know there is campgrounds in the area. So we can get something figured out there. Yep, Jenkins can take care of both properties. Okay, have a good night, Razorback Rick. Thanks for coming. If some of those rocks are going to disappear, Barbara. Still may be an issue trying to get tent stakes in the ground, but some of those rocks that are laying on top of the ground are going to be disappearing. I'm still here. Just going to shut my camera off for a minute. Yeah, I'm still here, everyone. Earl's doing pretty good. He still stumbles around some. And I did notice today that he was sitting down to eat. I threw some scratch into him, and he sat down and was eating it off the ground. But he used to be on his feet all the time. But his son likes to fight him through the fence. And he actually got out one day, and Earl wasn't having it. He fought right back. Yes, Jennifer. I'm actually going to be very close. It's only going to be like 10 or 12 miles to the stores, the hospital. It's just a small hospital. If it's anything serious, they're calling a bird and sending you one of the big cities, but for anything relatively minor, it's not far at all. You know, Earl still protects his girls. Because when Deborah was out there helping me the day that EJ got out and was fighting with Earl, she was out there helping me get a couple loose ends tightened up on the enclosed run so EJ couldn't get out again. Well, Rosie, she's one of my original chickens, got in the enclosed run where she wasn't supposed to be. She's supposed to be on the outside in the main run with Earl. Well, Deborah went in with the net and netted her, and she started screaming like she'd being killed, like chickens do. If any of you don't have chickens, they are drama queens. Well, Earl heard her screaming, and he went in defense mode. He came running, and then he saw what was going on. Just because she was in the net, she was screaming. And Deborah and I both told him, calm down, Earl, it's okay. And as soon as he saw what was going on, then he backed right off. But if someone was actually hurting Rosie, they were going to be hurt. That's actually already been done, Jennifer. My P.O. box is one that is the closest to where I'll be living. Because the one I had here was coming up for renewal the end of February. So I just went ahead and opened up one in Waldron. It's over 30 miles versus a mile, but I'm in Waldron at least a couple times a week. Probably go back to a couple times now that I'm not going to physical therapy twice a week. And then when I'm in Waldron, I get stopped at the post office and pick my stuff up. I'll probably wait until that stuff comes in that I got coming. And when I see on the informed delivery that it's there, then I'll just go pick everything up. If it's supposed to be there Tuesday, then I'll just go to the post office on Tuesday and pick everything up. Because I got other places I need to go. I need to go get some chicken feed within a few days. Well, I'll know from the informed delivery when it's there. I can check right now and see where everything is. And I got one package that left Wichita, Kansas at 319. So that may make it by tomorrow. One coming from Idaho. That won't make it. Have another one that's in Fayetteville, Arkansas. That'll be there. Another one left Oklahoma City. Yeah, some of that would be there by tomorrow. Then also I'm going to have an advertisement from AARP life insurance program. Which I'm not getting life insurance from them. Earl got hurt probably a month and a half, 2 months ago. The younger cockerels beat him up. They ganged up on him 3 against 1. And he didn't fully heal from that. He's still doing fine. But every now and then he'll stumble. Yeah, I definitely won't go to water and just go to the post office. I gotta get chicken feed, and not sure. It might last till Thursday, but I'm not sure. I know I have enough until Tuesday or Wednesday. But if I need to go get chicken feed, I'll go to the post office. And I usually go to 3-4 different places when I go. I do have physical therapy on Thursday. So I'll be in Waldron on Thursday anyways. Hello, Midnight Madness. Okay, Brett. I'll have to see how things go. Because if I do wait until Thursday and just go when I'm going to physical therapy, I won't be lacking more than a day or so of feed. Yeah, I turned the big 50 years ago. Well, 2021. Seemed like it was years ago. Yeah, I'll be turning 53 on July 31st. Oh, you made a mistake there, Brett. You typed in 60. I thought you were going to be turning 70. That's probably not a smart thing to say considering I'm living in his camper right now. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm living in Brett and Deborah's camper right now, Emily. I was going to bring my camper down. My next haircut video will probably be middle of the summer. I was going to bring my camper down. Josh Sherman was actually going to tow it down here for me. But tires were very bad on it. They were all rotted out. They wouldn't hold air. So I would have to get some used tires for it. And I wasn't sure about the wheel bearings and all that stuff. It didn't have any lights on it. I'm going to have to replace the lights on it. And I didn't have time enough to do all that stuff anyways. So Brett and Deborah offered to let me stay in their fifth wheel, which actually was given to them by Dogman after their house burnt. So here I am. Yeah, I normally only cut my hair a couple times during the year. Actually, last time I let it go a lot longer than I normally do, just to spite a particular person if he was giving me such a hard time. But we'll have to see how things go. Yes, there is good neighbors. The only real close neighbor that I'll have is right now Gary and Mary from Junkie Jim's is staying there. But it's Drew from Drew's Lens and Drew's Lens Reacts. He owns the house next door. And that's the only real close neighbor. And him and Lindsay are going to be building a new house there because it's just a small cabin that's there now. But they're going to be building a new house there and then moving there. Because Gary and Mary aren't going to be there long. They may even be moved out there before I get moved over there. So then it'll be Drew and Lindsay there. No, I didn't show the chick yet because the chicks are outside now. The chicks have been outside for a couple weeks now. 2 or 3 weeks. Yep. No neighbors are good neighbors. And the piece of the property on the other side, of course, that's across the creek. It's a seasonal creek, so it's not there year round. But that's a vacant property. There was an old rundown mobile home there that's no good. Someone would have to tear that down and build something or move something different in there. But hopefully that won't happen. I'd rather see that stay vacant. And then across the road, that's just a big wide open field across the road. Yes, it was Pink Sparkle. Cats are doing good, Midnight Madness. Oh, maybe I can get Batman on camera now. Sitting up looking out the window. Here's the birthday boy. Batman turned 6 years old today. Good boy, are you? You can go back up there if you want, bud. There you go. Yeah. I didn't think he'd let me hold him too long. Well, we haven't had any bad weather right here in this immediate area. just rain and some rumbles of thunder. But I believe we're still under our tornado watch. They actually issued that just before my live started. Yes, we're under tornado watch until 11 o'clock and a flood watch until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But we got a lot lower risk of the severe weather than they did in Oklahoma, because they had a very high risk of it, and it ended up happening. Yes, I wish that was a year-round crick. Hello, the chicken. Yes, Brett. Pray for Josh Sherman and his family. If any of you didn't hear me talk about that earlier, they were affected by the flooding yesterday. Their pigs drowned, and their chickens are all gone. They got washed away, and their dog is missing. So they lost all their animals. And Tish Ross, no judgment here with Tish Ross, is collecting money to benefit the family. Well, you know something I've noticed about community posts? They don't seem to show up unless you're going right to someone's channel and look and see if they have any community posts. They don't seem to show up for a day or two. Because a lot of they have the community posts mixed in with recommended videos. A lot of times those community posts are ones that someone posted day before, 2 days before. I know sometimes when I know someone said they're going to put up a community post and I don't see it, I'll go right to their channel and click on their community tab. And that's the only way I can see them in a reasonable amount of time. Well, I'm hoping we don't have to worry a lot about forest fires here, because the forestry department does control burns late winter, early spring. So hopefully a lot of the fuel for the forest fires, they end up burning up in the controlled burns. But I know there's always a potential. There's bears around here, but I've never heard of anyone having any problems with them. And actually, black bears I'm not really afraid of anyways. Yes, it is, Pink Sparkle. That is awful news. He got a call on it this morning when he was at the meetup. Told everyone what was going on, and he had to take off. Yeah, grizzly bears, they're another story. I'm glad we don't have grizzlies. Yes, as long as the bears don't get a hankering for chickens. Yeah, same here, Brett. I might be able to send them like $10 or $20, but I almost feel like that's almost an insult. But as far as bears around my chickens, I'm not really concerned about that because I think with Ginger barking at them, bears don't like commotion. So with her out there barking at them, I think that's going to deter them. Obviously, it's going to be a problem for her to go up against a bear, but I think just her barking is going to keep them away. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, the chicken. He wanted to let everyone know what was going on before he just disappeared. Then they had to pack all his stuff up and break camp. And the way he went, I think someone said that he was like 3.5, 4 hours away from home. Yeah, I know the feeling, the chicken. Yeah, that's true, Jennifer. If 10 people donated $10, that would be $100. Yep, you should be good there, the chicken. That's why they say if you encounter a bear, make a lot of noise, yell, because then they'll just give up and leave. That's black bears. I wouldn't try that with grizzlies or polar bears. They don't care. On the move is all depending on when Jeff is able to move. He was supposed to move last week, But then he delayed that because of weather, because he wants 3 decent days in a row, because he wants to take 3 days to move, because it's too much for him to do it all in one day. And then he was hoping for this week, but the weather's actually looking worse for this week than it did last week. So I got my doubts he's moving this week. But once he can actually move, and then they get there to get the floors fixed, and everything gets done that I need to do before I move in, I'm thinking maybe within a month after Jeff moves, I might be moved then. Because I want to take it slow and easy also. I want to have all the fencing in place. And also, I want to get the air ducts vacuumed out while the house is empty. And then get the stuff that's in the shed and under the tarp. Get that stuff moved in. And then slowly start taking stuff from here over, stuff that I'm not using every day. Get that moved over. And then the day I actually move, it's going to be just my clothes and food, stuff that I'm going to need here right to the last minute. And then the cats and chickens, and then be set to go. Yes, Pink Sparkle. Missy was killed in that accident. I was going to be taking Missy and Ginger. So now I just have Ginger. Yes, Emily, I haven't tried that, but that's what I've always been told. That you can scare off a black bear just by making noise. And if you have one in your backyard, getting in your bird feeders or in your trash or whatever, they say if you take a couple pots, go to the door. They don't recommend going right outside, but go to the door, bang them together. Usually the bear will end up leaving because they don't want a lot of commotion. Yep, that's my plan, Midnight Madness, is just slowly get everything over there. And get stuff set up also. So when I actually move in, it's not a matter of living out of boxes. Yeah, right, Brett. Where the amount this floor has deteriorated in here in the past year, I don't know if you could move it to the other side of your property. Seriously, the floor has deteriorated more, and a lot more than it was when I first moved in here. Yes, that's right, Jennifer. I can't wait to get there and be able to take a real shower. There is a place that I can shower in Waldron. It's where I get my propane filled. They do have a shower available there, but they don't charge for it. So unless I'm going there to get my propane tanks filled, I don't use the shower. But I do have an empty propane tank, so I may go there and take a real shower this week. Because I never did get my dog-free zone set up, so I can set my shower tent up. And even that's dipping water out of a bucket, pouring it over my head. Not a real shower. But now I'm getting so close to moving, I probably won't be getting that area set up. But the fencing I bought for it, I can use, so it's not a problem. I have 9 cats to check in. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, Brett. I know where to walk. I know there's certain spots if I stepped, I'd be going through. Eventually, the internet will be better. But initially, all I'll have is just my cell phone. And service is not good there. But I am going to look into a cell booster. And they're going to be putting fiber optic in at some point this year. I just don't know exactly when it's going to happen. Once the fiber optic gets put in, then I definitely will have better internet. There's fiber optic here where I am now. Brett and Deborah have it. But I'm so far from the router that I'm not getting a good Wi-Fi signal. In fact, I'm on my old laptop right now. Because that'll work if I just have one tab open, don't want to type anything. But that picks up the Wi-Fi signal better than my new laptop. I love that new laptop, but it's not picking up the Wi-Fi signal real good. Well, Jeff has Starlink. So that's why he was having good luck with that. But I'm not going to get Starlink because from what I understand, it's for $800 to get the equipment. And I would only need that for a few months at most. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. Hope cell phone works. If not, I'm only 10 miles or so out of town. Just going to town, and I know Atlas Coffee Company and McDonald's both have public Wi-Fi, and probably other places too that I just don't know about. Yep, tin can does cut down on it. Because I actually was going to take my good laptop outside if it cleared up, but it wasn't good weather for that, so that's why I didn't go out with it. Because if I can just get outside, even though I'm only, well, actually, where I sit over there, I'm probably actually a couple feet farther away. So from here, it's a straight shot. But I have excellent Wi-Fi over there. Oh yeah, there's stuff definitely can be reused in here, Brett. That's for sure. I love this big picture window here. That you definitely can put to use. I've been on here for almost 3 hours. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, anyone have any questions for me? Yep. You missed it, Brett. Well, for anyone else that missed it, I went to the Lake Ten Killer meetup yesterday, and ended up not making my chili because I knew it was going to be kind of a hassle, and then I wasn't sure about having electricity there to be able to plug my crock pot in. So I ended up not taking the chili. But I did meet some new people there. I got some stickers, gave out some stickers, got a few other things there. They'll all be coming out in my video. Hopefully I can get that video out tomorrow. But I do want to mention one person in particular that I did meet there. That was Josh Sherman. He's a great guy. And for any of you that don't know, he actually was going to go to New York last year and bring me to Arkansas. until I got an email from someone else that was a little bit closer saying that they could do it. So I'm glad I got to meet him, and I met a lot of other people too. I think I hear thunder. I just don't want to start naming off names right now because I'm going to miss so many people. I didn't get any filming done of individual people, but I did get some shots of the crowd. And there was a couple people walking through that they did stop, and you'll see them. But it was a good time. I'm glad I got to go because it was up in the air there at one point because of the weather. But I kept track of the weather, and it looked like we were going to be fine here because that was one concern. I didn't want to be there and then get hit by hail here and have it break the windows or something and then have the cats get out. So if we're going to be getting hail, I wanted to be here. But it looked like we weren't going to get anything during the day yesterday. But it looked like Oklahoma might get hit. So I figured, well, I'll go keep track of the weather, which I did. I kept track of the weather all day. Didn't see anything developing. So figured I was safe. And as I was out of there and back home before they got hit where the meetup was. So there'll be a video coming out on that very soon. Nope, no tornado shelter. And I'm not overly concerned about tornadoes in this area. Because we're in between two mountain ranges here. And then when I moved to my place, that's in between two mountain ranges. And tornadoes like wide open flat areas. So I'm not saying it can't happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But I'm just not overly concerned over it. Nope, I'm not sure yet, Pam. It all depends on when Jeff gets moved. Once he gets moved, I'm thinking within a month. Everything should be done that needs to be done at the house, and then I can start slowly moving my stuff over. And I think within a month after he moves, I should be able to get in there. He postponed it from last week till this week, but the weather's not looking good this week, so I even heard this from Jeff. But I'm just thinking based on the weather, he's probably not going to get moved this week. Okay, Emily. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You have a good night. I hear it raining now. Well, everything that I have on my Amazon list and my Walmart list are things that either I need or would make my life easier. I have some things prioritized on my Amazon list, saying that it's the needs highest or high, medium. And I am going to take a look at those lists and get them updated over the next couple days also. I can try to do a live, but yesterday, even though I had good service there, the data just wasn't the greatest. I actually wasn't even able to get the YouTube app to open up. I was able to get WeatherBug to work, and a few of the apps would, and some of them wouldn't. I think YouTube takes more data than some of them, but the service provider I have is Q-Link Wireless. That's through that government program. Right now, I'm supposed to have unlimited data, but it doesn't work the greatest, so it's not too unlimited. But starting the 1st of May, that's going to be cut back to 4 gigabytes a month. So I'm definitely going to have to, and I can buy more, but it's very expensive. So I'm going to have to switch to something different. My phone is actually through Text Now. That works off Wi-Fi or data. And also, I have a SIM card for it. I can buy data through them. It's 10 gigabyte high speed and then unlimited 2G, but 2G is nothing. And that is actually cheaper than to buy additional data through Q-Link Wireless. So I may try that. And I'm also looking to see if I can find anything else that looks like it might work for a good amount of data. And then if I'm able to, I will do a live. Because I have to find out how the service is at where the next meetup's going to be too. I have to record some more for the video. I want to film the stuff I got, stickers I got and stuff yesterday, and add that in with what I already have. So hopefully I can get that done tomorrow and get that video out late in the day tomorrow or tomorrow night. Okay, Emily, sounds good. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'll let them know if I see them anywhere, Emily. I can send him an email also. And usually he pops in here at some point during my live. I wonder how much area around Waldron they're including in that. I'm sure there haven't been that many tornadoes right in Waldron itself. And F4 is a pretty good sized one. I've been on day cruises. I've never been on one of the big cruise ships out in the ocean. But my dad used to take all of us to Alexandria Bay in New York every summer for the Uncle Sam cruise on the St. Lawrence River. And I've been on a small cruise boat on Lake George and on a couple of the Finger Lakes. Well, now you bring that up, Brett, I asked several times if anyone would help me sneak the cats and chickens on the ship to go on the Alaska cruise. No one would do it. So I said, well, then I'm not going. What I've been looking at, and I can't find anything, is I'd like to go on a day cruise somewhere around here. Arkansas River, Mississippi River, but I'm not able to find anything. All I can find is like 9-day cruises on the Mississippi River, stuff like that. I can't find any day cruises. Yep, I know what you talk about there, Brett. That's why I won't go anywhere and spend the night. Yes, Lake George is nice. That's a beautiful lake, beautiful area. Okay, Brett. That proves it right there. Deborah definitely is smarter than you are. I already knew that, but you just proved it with that comment. Yeah, I can't imagine hang gliding or little powered hang gliders. Nope. No, I don't, Midnight Madness. Not in Los. I know someone on YouTube that's from South Jersey that I didn't know that's where they were from. Oh, you're from South Jersey? Okay. I should have known that you were trying to say that. Because I knew you were from New Jersey. I just didn't know where. Hey, Teddy. Yes, Pink Sparkle. I don't know about Georgia. I've never been there. But in general, people are very friendly in Arkansas. It's the complete opposite of New York. Most people are very nice here, very few aren't. In New York, most people aren't nice, and you just got very few that are nice. Sure, paddle boat counts. Well, I've been told in recent years, ever since I first started talking about moving south, I've had more than one person tell me that in general, people in the south are friendlier unless you're getting into one of the major cities. But if you're in smaller communities and rural areas, generally everyone's going to be nice. Yeah, I hope to visit Alabama and Mississippi sometime. What's the best car I've ever had? I would say probably the best car I ever had was a Lincoln Town car. And very close behind that was a Mercedes S320. They were both very nice cars, but the only problem, they both had been in accidents before I got them and had some issues. The dogs are barking, Brett. Or maybe my dog's barking too. I don't know, because I hear more than one barking out there. Yeah, I had a 1997 Lincoln Town car. It had got what it was. Just a little bit over 200,000 when I got it. I wanted to get 250,000 out of it. I got 200 and I believe it was 242,000 out of it. And that's when I just gave up on it. It had frame issues from the accident. And you had to have a death grip on the steering wheel to keep it semi-straight. And it went through tires and wheel bearings like crazy. I was changing wheel bearings in that every 2 or 3 weeks. But the only thing I can say about the wheel bearings is they were cheap. They were about $18. And I got pretty good at changing them. From start to finish. I get the tire off, get the old wheel bearing out, new wheel bearing in, tire back on. In about 10, 15 minutes at the most. Why isn't Tish showing up on my end? A couple people commenting to her and she's not showing up here. Not at all. Yeah, I was doing a paper route that time, and I was driving well over 1,000 miles a week. Probably about 1,200 miles a week. So about every 2,500 miles, I was replacing the wheel bearings. No idea what dogs are barking at. To be honest with you, half the time I don't think they know what they're barking at. Because we have all been outside during the day when you actually can see what's going on out there. And they'll start barking like crazy. And they'll be staring a certain direction. We'll all be looking. None of us see anything. So it's hard to say. Yeah, Barbara, I think Wiley might have Drew beat. Wiley's a little bit older than Drew. He's had more experience. I'm actually gonna bring my live up on my phone. I hope it doesn't. It's been running pretty good. I think I'll be okay. Go back as far as I can, see if I can see Tish on here. Yeah. There she is. If you're still in here, hello, Tish. You never showed up on StreamYard. Trying to find the same spot on here. Yep, it's not there. Pink Sparkle said LOL. Then Tish said, hi, Peter. It was great to see you and chat with you this weekend. And then Brett said, my sister goes on cruises frequently. But on StreamYard, it goes right from Pink Sparkle to Butt Nuggets Homestead. And Tish's comment is not there. That's weird. I hope you're still here, Tish, so you can hear me say hi to you and what happened here. I had that happen another night with Johnny Smallpepper. Only no one could see his comments that night. And he actually left a comment after the live in the comment section and said that he'd left repeated comments in the chat and no one acknowledged them. Yeah, that's funny, Brett, because normally it's on the YouTube end where there's issues. But I'm having the issue on the StreamYard side. So I could understand where you couldn't see her, but I should be seeing her on StreamYard, but I'm seeing her on YouTube. I don't know. I guess wish they could get these problems straightened out. But anyways, Johnny Smallpepper saying he left repeated comments in chat and no one was acknowledging them. And I went back and checked. I went through the entire chat and I saw nothing from him. Well, she's been subscribed to me for a long time, so that's not an issue. Plus, I'm seeing her comments on the YouTube side, just not on StreamYard, which is what I'm watching. And other people saw her, so her comment definitely got through. Yep, long one tonight, Pink Sparkle. My longest ever was 8 hours. But I saw her comment on the YouTube side. Yeah, this was the podcast. No judgment here with Tish Ross, the podcast. It's just funny how some people seen it, some aren't. I know that happens in other people's lives too. So it's not unique just to mine. Okay, some of these questions here. Coffee or tea? Well, I like both. But normally I'm drinking either coffee for a hot drink or iced tea. But I do like hot tea too, especially if I have a sore throat. I'd like to drink hot tea with some honey in it. Early bird or night owl? Well, here recently I've been more of a night owl. But I'm probably gonna at least try to balance it out or more towards early bird. So I want to start getting up a little earlier in the morning. Because most mornings I'm not getting up until 8:30. Sometimes even later. But I would like to get that back a little earlier. But I gotta quit staying up till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm gonna do that. Are you seeing up in the upper right corner where it says StreamYard? Because if that's what you're seeing, that is something StreamYard puts on there. So since I'm actually broadcasting from StreamYard, that's what you're going to see. Because I have the free version of StreamYard. If I had the paid version, I could take that off or add my own logo up there. Books or movies? Well, at one time I would say movies, but now I'm not so much into movies now. I would rather watch short videos or watch TV shows on Pluto or Tubi or something. CD movies or theater? I do like going to theaters, Unfortunately, our local theater here only has 3 showings a week: Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. I usually don't end up making it there Friday night. And then Saturday night, there are some lives that I like to watch. So I don't go on Saturday night. And then Sunday night is my live. So that's out of the question. Okay, that's what it is then, Joe. Just because I'm broadcasting from StreamYard. That's why you see it. Cupcake or cookie? Well, I like cupcakes, but normally I prefer cookies. Three and a half hours. Well, Thanksgiving or Christmas? Well, I like both Thanksgiving and Christmas because they both mean big meals. But I do like both of them. And I do like to watch the cats open their Christmas presents on Christmas morning. Even though the past couple of years I haven't gotten Christmas presents. I gotta start doing that. Yes, it's quite a while before chat shows up. That's true. Well, I like fruits and vegetables. I don't know if I really could pick between them. Well, if I was going to say pancakes, it would have to be blueberry pancakes. But if it's plain pancakes, probably then it would be waffles. Normally dark chocolate. Sometimes milk chocolate just seems to fit in better, but 90% of the time I would say I prefer dark chocolate. But if all you can offer me is milk chocolate, that's fine. Bacon. I do like sausage, but bacon definitely is my favorite. Hey, Superman. Android. if you're talking about the weather, I'd rather have it too hot. I can deal with 100 degrees much better than 25 below. Normally hot cocoa, but in the fall of the year, I prefer hot cider. That really depends on the quality of the onion rings or the French fries and how well they're cooked. Generally, I would say French fries, but I do like some good onion rings also. Shower, definitely. Normally alone time. You're welcome, Nightbot. Movie night. Not really into games. Well, years ago, I would have said window, but if there's a bathroom involved, now I would say aisle. It's much easier to get to the bathroom from the aisle seat. Travel to the past. I'm going to shut my camera off in just a minute. I'm still here. Rain, definitely. Not sure on that. Never been to the West Coast. train. Even though I've never traveled by train, I've just been on some short train trips, but I do like trains. Both. Like if I'm having toast, I want butter and jam on it. Oh, I never turned my camera back on. Cool. I have again. Domino, go look at the camera. Normally chocolate. But vanilla's good also. Oh, that's nice, Barbara. One thing I won't travel on is a plane. Yeah, I'm not sure on Marvel or DC. My phone alone, Oreo. Hello, DJ. Sweet, as long as it's not overly sweet. Okay, DJ, that's fine. Yes, you can, Midnight Madness. You can ask some questions. I was able to answer most of them. Right now, I've got 2 pillows because they're cheap pillows. They're not real thick pillows, so I'm using 2 of them. But I've been on here for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Neither one. And also, someone else got some questions for me, something you want me to comment on. I think it's just about time to end this. I've been on for 3 hours and 46 minutes. As long as a good driver, passenger. Midnight Madness can keep some of these questions till next time. I'm getting kind of tired. But I appreciate everyone being here. And thank you for all the facts and the questions, Midnight Madness. It's appreciated. Friday night was a very short night for me. I had to get up early yesterday morning and stayed up too late Friday night, which I didn't intend to do, but it happened. Last night was a regular night. Did wake up kind of early this morning. Tonight, I think I might be going to bed a little bit earlier, so I can get up tomorrow, and it's supposed to be a decent day tomorrow. So hopefully I can get some stuff done tomorrow. Get that video out, and got a couple more videos I need to get going on. Yeah, different person there, Pink Sparkle. Well, I got another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see you the next time.